Genshin Impact. I we talked about this game, I believe, in the PlayStation presentation. Was it state of play
The
video?
state of play. Yep.
It's another revisit this
Yeah,
episode.
very briefly. Like we talk about it. Hey, it looks cool. I'm looking forward to it. I want to play it. It looks very similar to Breath of the Wild. But I gotta say, man, this game took me by surprise. Like, to be honest with you, I wasn't expecting how this game plays, how this game's monetized, how this game's is like at all. Like, this game was released September 28th, like I believe a couple of weeks ago. It's from Chinese game developer. Let me see if I can pronounce this well.
Miyoho, something like that.
Miyoho or Mihoyo or whatever it is. And dude, at this game, it's like crazy good. I don't know how to say this because that this game goes against things that I said to myself. I'll never play the game that has this type of mechanics. But this game proved to me that gacha game business can work. Like it's a way to legitimately monetize your game and have accessibility to everybody. It's a game that virtually you can play on anything like PlayStation 4, it's there. You can play it on Android, it's there. iOS, it's there. Coming soon to Nintendo Switch, according to news. So this is gonna be really interesting. It has been downloaded 17 million times already, and it has made $50 million.
That's crazy. Man.
Can you, before we get into it, for our more casual listeners, could you unpackage or explain what gacha or like what freemiums are?
So basically, a gacha, it's basically a business system that is similar to loot boxes, where basically you spend like in-game currency to randomly get virtual items like skins, like weapons, like things like that. You can speed up the process that it's in-game currency with real money, basically just buying that currency outright and just loading more often. The mechanics are similar to those of a casino. Like, this thing is addicting AF. The thing is that people, I don't know, man, you gotta be careful with this type of business model. And this is where I draw the line, like the cool thing about this game is accessibility. Anybody can download it right now. Anybody can play it right now. The whole thing without having to spend a penny.
Cell phone, you can play it.
You can
Xbox,
play it.
PlayStation, whatever.
The game is a fully fledged game. It feels like a AAA. It looks like a AAA. It behaves like a AAA game. Graphics are amazing. Runs well. Combat is fun. So gameplay is super cool. And on top of that, it's super vibrant. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like you're playing this game, and any second, in no moment whatsoever, they were like pushing at me sales. Like, that sometimes when you play those free to play, you get like an advertisement every 10 minutes or so. This does not do that. Like, it's super optional. Like, it lets you play with the system because you get a currency in game that lets you maybe every 2 days or so roll, but it doesn't force you to buy anything. It doesn't tell you, okay, this is gonna be $10.99. You can go into the settings and buy more if you want, but it just doesn't throw it at your face. You're playing this game like if you actually purchase this game, which is kind of mind-blowing to me. And I don't know, guys. I just want to. Do you guys manage to play it, or you haven't? I believe Manny played a little bit of it, right?
Yeah, I'm playing. I'm playing every now and then, man. It's.
So I'm just talking like a fan of this. I just want to make sure that your opinion, man. What do you saw when you played for the first time? What do you feel? How was it for you,
dude? Just the fact that you're able to play it. I'm just blown away how good it is on the mobile, just on your phone, dude. Like, that's what blows me away. I have it downloaded on my PS4. And I haven't even touched it because I was just gonna do the grinding there, but I kind of been doing it here on my phone. I'm like, you know what, dude? Like, I kind of got used to the controllers. It's not that bad. Like, it just runs super smooth. Like, the colors are like, they pop nice and bright. Like, what else? Just like the open world, dude. Like, the world is huge, man. And the fact that
it's insane,
dude. The fact that you play, I don't know how. I'm gonna emphasize this every time I talk about it. But the fact that you can play it on your mobile phone, dude. Like, open world. Big ass map, man. That's freaking nuts. And you get all these crazy characters too, man. Like,
I'm the computer,
Jeez.
and I go back to my to the work, and I just playing a little bit, and I go back to the computer. It's insane, the
Yeah.
accessibility. I believe that's the word, and that's basically a great segue to what I'm gonna ask. Like, what worked from this game that maybe didn't work with Marvel? And to be honest with you, it's a topic that we always been tackling here indirectly in the show. Uh, Accessibility, man. Just make this game accessible to all platforms. It's great. It's basically opens your market so much. You know that 17 million people have your game, and pretty much 17 million people has the potential to spend money in your game. And there was a microtransaction. It was really cheap. It was like $5. And what it did was basically just doubling the reward that you get. They every day give you a reward. So basically they doubling that reward so you can roll more for the whole month.
That's
It's
clever.
five
Like a battle
dollars.
pass kind of thing.
Imagine $5 uh
Times 17
times.
million, dude. That's
You see what I'm
ridiculous.
saying? That's the lowest bet, because there's some people that are spending 200, 500, $1,000 to get the character they want. And again, this is where I draw the line. Like, if you guys have serious issues with random virtual games, stay away from this thing. It's crazy. It's like super addictive. But if you have self-control, man, you can just play the whole thing and
Yeah.
basically spending any money, which is great to me, to be honest.
Grind like the rest of us gamers. Shoot,
Grind a little bit. I mean, I'm not saying that you don't have to give them money. The game is great. They deserve to be paid. I'm not saying that don't pay, spend anything.
Yeah.
Like, if you spend $5, that's fine. That's your money. You do whatever you want to do with it. But I mean, you don't have to go overboard, and you get a great game with a great story. It's a nice experience. So if you guys have the chance to play it, to be honest with you, go for it. I highly recommend it. It's a great game. It's a great
Can
game.
I tell you why I haven't played it yet?
I don't get it, man, because this game was meant for you. Like, this game it's Breath of the Wild, RPG elements, grinding. That's you, Chris.
It does have
No.
that Zelda vibe to it.
No, I know. So I mean, you just said it, is that if you have an issue with impulse control and
Okay.
and like freemium gambling, to stay away from it. And boy, I have got
Ooh, that sounded- we're gonna have a confession right now.
If you tell me, if I'm playing a game and this is just this bullshit that has kidnapped my brain the past few years, I have a few games like this, and if you tell me, if you start me off slow, like the first hit a crack or whatever, and you're like, hey man, for $1 you're stronger now, and then now you're winning better. I'm like, I like winning, I'm gonna do that. And then 2 days
Take my
later, they're
money.
like, hey man, for $5 you can get even stronger. But I do want to be stronger. I have $5. $5 isn't anything. And
Yeah.
then they got me in a month. Hey man, for $20 you can get even stronger. And I'm gonna admit, I had a very bad problem with this on a game that I still play daily, which a lot of people play freely. And actually, I meant to bring it up. I'm gonna load the game on my phone so you can see the intro screen. Now I've got a grip on this now, but I found out from a friend after you told me this game. I was like, this looks great. I have no issues with this. That they had a game that came out before this called something else, Impact. I don't remember the name of it. The creators of this had a game before Genshin,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
It
this
was-
is like a new IP, but I don't know if the developer had anything before that going on.
it's the same studio. It's like a anime girl fighter kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I just have a friend who has spent, or he knows people that have like you said, dropped thousands on trying to get on their characters.
Yeah.
So anyways,
It's like I believe what worked for this game was the aesthetics. Like, I believe a lot of people, and again, this was a criticism first, and then it became like, okay, I like it because it looks the same, so it's cool. It's like that reference is that this is like Breath of the Wild. But I believe this game kind of not only does Breath of the Wild pretty close to it, but kind of tries to improve upon it. And the areas that it improves on it, they're actually great when it comes to the combat and the RPG elements. Because sadly, when you play as Link, I mean, the combat is good for what Link does, but there's not much of an upgrade type of situation constantly with Link's weapons and things like that, because he breaks his weapon all the time. In this case, you basically just upgrade those weapons, upgrade the stats, becomes better at what I do with damage, performance, and all that good stuff. So incorporating that layers of complexity with RPG elements on that universe, it kind of helped the game a lot, to be honest with you.
Really quick, before we get away from it, I did boot up the game I was talking about. So this is I don't know if the camera will pick it up.
It does.
So, I mean, you'll kind of see a vague, where it's like, basically it'll show, it's a bit blurry on the camera, but it says like 0 out of 2. Mm-hmm. And then if you go into it a little bit more, you'll see that it has a 50% chance.
It's perfect there,
only.
Yeah.
So, that's what I was talking about. And that's Genshin does, even though they've done it well, Genshin does have that same thing where it can, hey, you've got a 20% chance, roll the dice, maybe you'll get what you want, but it's going to cost you $10.
Their percentage for drops are really, really, really low, and that was one of the concerns about with a lot of people. But again, it's so hard to be concerned with something that it's free. Like if you're investing money in it, it's like, well, man, you're desperate, you want those characters now. It's gonna take you like investment, because they need to make their money back. I'm not sure if I'm okay with the percentage. I believe I'm not too knowledgeable on that aspect of the game, because I don't invest in virtual things as much. But at the same time, it's like there has to be a way for them to monetize this. So it's like, man, if you want to spend money, be my guest. I most likely won't. So I'm okay with my style of play. I don't care about being like a little bit weaker for a while, and then while I play longer, I get a little bit more stronger. But me to be the most powerful guy right now because I need to do this so I can show off. To me, that's not me. So, I mean, if it's for you guys, go for it. If it's not, I'll say you still have a great experience, because the story it's amazing. So
yeah, the story's pretty cool. The story's cool, man. Even just like the movement, graphics, dude. That game is awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's a beautiful game, very artistic. Like, I don't know. Ever since I saw, and I hope this is not a spoiler, but when you start the game, you basically, and then 3, 2, 1 spoilers. There's gonna be like a dragon, and I believe the dragon has been on the trailers and everything. That dragon looks like a Pokemon legendary creature. It looks amazing, and I just love the art style of that dragon. It looks great. Towns are big, lively. You see a lot of people, a lot of quests. It's hard to explain, man. Like, I don't know. Again, I don't want Chris to get addicted, but Chris, you gotta try. Hey, man, you gotta trust this game. This game is it's crazy that this game doesn't cost $60. It's crazy. It's insane.
And you can play it on your consoles, freaking tablet, your phone, dude, like anywhere, man. That's freaking nuts, dude. That's freaking nuts. Anyway. That's how you do it. That's how you do a game, EA. You hear that? That's how you do a game, dude.
That's how you do a game as a service, period. Like, you just basically give everything, release a complete game, and then give us a service. Hey, I'm all down for that. But in complete game, $60, then charge me extra for stuff. No, man, that's not the way, like the Mandalorian said. I have spoken.
Yes, that's the way we've been going, man. It really worries me. I'm so happy that Genshin's doing it well, and that I think gamers as a whole are becoming more educated, and like myself, fall once and then get back up and put the wallet away. But it's scary, man.